Hello and welcome to the first episode of Cosmic's Whimsical Wheel of Wonder. The series where I, Cosmic, spin a wheel that contains every game I own on every platform. Whatever the wheel lands on, I must play and review entirely. At the end of every episode, the wheel will be spun, so make sure to stick around to see what game we review next. Without further ado, let's get into it. Now, you might be wondering, oh Cosmic, this is the first episode, how are we ever gonna know what you're going to review? Well, I have two great things to tell you. One, it should be the title of the video. And two, I did the first ever wheel spin over on twitch.tv/CosmicFrog, link in the description. Let's roll that tape. Let's go for it. Wow, Alright, which one? What's it gonna be? Antstream Arcade. Okay. And so, by the decision of the wheel today, we will be reviewing Antstream Arcade. This could be viewed as a streaming service, but for classic games. There's a wide variety of titles available to play on a variety of different platforms. They strive for the preservation of classic titles you'd play from the late 70s ranging all the way up to the early 2000s. The service boasts a whopping 1,300 plus games to offer, as well as 600 minigame challenges. But in order to play one of these 1,300 plus games, you have to get some gems first. Antstream runs off of gems, an in-game currency. Every day you log in, you receive a daily reward of 60 gems. But there's also everyone's favorite option, microtransactions, ranging from 60 gems for 99 cents to 12,100 gems for $99, in case you really need that arcade fix. On average, games will cost 30 gems per session to play, but you get unlimited lives for the session. So for just 30 gems, you can play as much or as little of a game your heart desires. But once you back out of a game session, you'll have to spend another 30 gems in order to gain access once more. Now, let's take a look at our user interface. When you click into a game, you are met with the Info tab. Here in the center, you can see the play button very prominently displayed, obviously 30 gems. A favorites button, boop, yep, that game has been favorited. Down below here, only on Premium, unfortunately, are various save states. You can actually save your games on 4 different profiles, which is actually very interesting to me, but it is unfortunately a Premium-only feature. Now, down at the bottom here, we got the platform that it's on, so in this case, it's just an arcade game, the year that the game came out, the genre that it's in this case, again, it's a shooter game, it's pretty obvious, the developer of said game, and a symbol notifying that it is scoreboard eligible. There are 3 more tabs next to this specific game. I'm not sure if it applies to every game. There are challenges that you can do, so Alien Ambush, how many points can you score with 1 life? There's all sorts of challenges that you can do. It's pretty amazing. But there is a global scoreboard. I already played this earlier in the night, so I am in 5,636th place with 970 points. And then to the right of that, we have similar games, just a variety of various different games that fall under the same genre. Now, on to the meat and potatoes, if you will. The gameplay. Since this is technically a game with a lot of games within it, I'll choose 3 games. A classic, one that's near and dear to my heart, and one that I've never played or heard of before. We're starting off strong with a true arcade classic, Space Invaders. Let's cut over to the live footage to see what I have to say about this game. Yeah, this is Space Invaders. Couldn't have said it better myself, me. You simply cannot go wrong with this game. You fly around in your little spaceship and you shoot the little dudes that are coming down from the top of the screen. It's such a simple concept. Now, in Antstream Arcade, the controls are very clearly laid out for you before you get into every game. I'm using my keyboard for this one, so the controls feel very responsive. My only complaint is the sound is so f***ing loud. I had to stop at one point and adjust my settings because my eardrums got absolutely blasted. But other than that, everything is absolutely perfect. I rate my Space Invaders experience a solid 9 out of 10 because the whole volume thing kind of threw me for a loop, but the gaming experience was incredible. Let's get into some Pac-Man. That is right, we are jumping into another classic, one that I hold near and dear to my heart, Pac-Man. I was honestly shocked to see Pac-Man grace my monitor, not only because he's such a recognizable character, but because this company could afford to legally slap him into their big compilation of obscure games. I have the same feelings with Pac-Man as I do with Space Invaders. The controls are very simple to use and are clearly laid out before playing. But the audio had a similar issue. It was insanely loud and I had to manually adjust it before I continued playing. I'd give it another solid 9 out of 10. Really easy gameplay, but the audio is just a little too loud. And lastly, we have a game that I have never played or heard of in my entire life. Super 3D Noah's Ark for the Super Nintendo. Let's hear some of my live reaction as I made my way through this game. We're just gonna get right into this. How about that? Okay, so we have start game, we have floor code, we have skill levels, mouse, stereo, start game. You'll be out of the Ark in 6 days, Noah. Unfortunately, the animals are a tad bit restless and want to get out now. Good thing you brought all that food with you. You'll need it to put the busy ones to sleep. At the end of the first day, be prepared to deal with Carl the camel. He's been real cranky lately and is a bit out of control. Good luck and be careful. Open doors X. Okay, I've been hitting the wrong button. You dingle. Okay, so we have some fruits. Okay, that's good, that's good. Love to see it. Alright. Oh! 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 Oh, no! I was a bit shocked to see this game for a multitude of reasons. It's certainly a charming game. It's Doom. It's Doom, but instead of slaughtering demons, you give animals on the Ark a little bedtime snack. I can't say it's a bad game by any means. The gameplay itself is quite literally just Doom, but that's the problem. It's just Doom. It is fundamentally the same game, and I couldn't bring myself to play enough of this game to meet Carl the Camel either, which is even more upsetting. Now, I wanted to see if there were any other games that were simply religious reskins of other popular games, and I kid you not, Super 3D Noah's Ark was one of the most common search results. If there are any other video games you know that are just religious reskins, drop them in the comments below, because I am genuinely curious to see if this was just a one-off thing or if it's more common in media than I thought. I give the Super 3D Noah's Ark experience a 7 out of 10. It's a genuinely fun game to play, but it's just Doom. And with that, we conclude the first official episode of the Whimsical Wheel of Wonder. Before we get to the first in-video spin, I want to lay a couple of additional rules down. Whatever game the wheel lands on, I have to review and play next. I cannot go back and change the outcome of the spin. Speaking of changing the outcome, each game on the wheel has a weight of 1, meaning it has a 1 in however this is calculated chance of being chosen. At the end of each of these videos, I'll ask you, the viewer, to comment a game title from the list below, full spreadsheet in the description. Each comment will add 1 to the weight of your game of choice. Now, I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but if a lot of people comment the same game, it could easily be the next thing that's chosen. Without further ado, let's spin that wheel. Alright folks, here goes the first ever wheel spin of the Whimsical Wheel of Wonder on YouTube. Spin. Oh, good choice. Oh, good choice. And with that spin, the first episode of the Whimsical Wheel has come to a close. I cannot wait to see where this series brings us, and I truly hope to have you along for the journey. Now, if you like this pilot episode, give the video a like. And if you want to see my review of Raft as well as other future reviews, hit that subscribe button and become a member of the Frog Army. I'm Cosmic. Peace.